I think I might be actually going live on Lords of Pain now.
Oh, it's about time. Hey, welcome everyone. Lords of
Welcome
Pain
everybody here
Radio.
to listen on Lords of Pain Radio. This is your host again, Zam Manchi and Sabuni, along with my good buddy Jeff, and we're joining us in progress as we're doing a live watch along of Dynamite.
And
Um,
talking about other wrestling things,
we
which is
are.
what we do on Wednesdays now. I'm actually glad.
Oh, almost got the title change right there,
To be honest,
or possibly non-title victory. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm actually glad we brought this back because over the last 4 or 5 weeks, I've really enjoyed Dynamite. I felt like they have put on good shows, pay-per-view quality shows every Wednesday, which is kind of why I was disappointed with Full Gear because of the quality of shows they put on every week. Full Gear just felt like a longer Dynamite.
I wasn't that big of a fan of the way. I mean, I know you seemed like you were excited about it at the end of last week's Dynamite, but when I watched it, I really wasn't that. I really did not like the way they ended with the Pac thing. I mean, Pac didn't even say anything. He was just out there like pointing his finger at and trying to go after um
Oh,
Kingston.
yes, these guys need a push,
You
big
know,
time push.
but there was
You're
nothing
behind me.
that
Yeah.
he didn't say anything. You know, he didn't make it clear. You know why he was back. You know what he wanted revenge for. Any of that stuff. So I
No,
was
and I
I
get that,
so I was
but
so I was not a fan of the way that Pac returned last week.
it was better.
Shocking, but really, in my opinion, pretty much uneventful.
I want to see where it goes. That's the problem. Is I want to see where it goes. I think if Pac kind of redevelops the was it Death Triangle
Yes.
against and fuck you Bucks, stop being the good guys. You're the bad guys. You should not be giving credit to the young kids that deserve a contract. And
You can be bad
hybrid
guys and still show respect to people.
and hybrid was it hybrid theory?
Yep.
No,
Hybrid 2.
no, hybrid two. Yeah, hybrid theory was album back in the 90s. Hybrid 2 coming out there and attacking people, that's what I want to see out of those guys. Those guys need a um a chance. They really do.
Oh, come on. Do we really need a contract signing?
Of course we do because it's American television.
So stupid.
It's American television. We need a contract signing. Okay, Pack versus the Blade. I don't know if I like that. But this women's match, I'm geeked for.
Are you?
Kinda.
Cool.
I mean, we got two women for the NWA title that are amazing. Serena Deeb has been amazing, and to get for Thunder Rosa to get a rematch, I like it.
And now we get the inner circle then we get the inner circle in Slaying Las
Las
Vegas.
Vegas. Yeah, they're going for MJF's birthday. I don't know what you think of this storyline. I'm kind of okay, but not okay with it.
I don't know. I mean, it's like I said to Imp when we talked. We didn't actually. You and I didn't even talk about the Jericho MGF match last week, but
No, well, we did briefly,
I don't think we
but
did at all. But
I feel bad for missing the Imp show because I really wanted to do that. I just couldn't get the show going.
I know. Um, well, you know, you could have paid $50 on your own and watched it on your own, and then you could have
I
joined us. But
you know,
but
and here I'm trying to be the good guy. I thanked you last week,
I
motherfucker.
know. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. Um, but
Oh, I love Sammy
I,
and
you
Ortiz still being pissed off at MJF. Love it.
you know, I mean, I didn't think the match between them was great. I did like the end that ended up being a bit of a tribute to Eddie Guerrero. You know, just a few days
Hold
before
on a second.
his.
Hold on. I got to hear this. Sorry. I Okay, I don't know if you're there yet, but Wardlow and Swagger still holding, staring each other down, and now we got Jericho and MJF one upping each other.
Yeah, I see that.
I love it. Love it.
Did he say
Love
moonshine?
it. Yep.
Okay.
Ever clear now. Sorry, I love this shit.
We have a what?
We haven't served that since the 50s.
Oh,
Now they both slammed it. I don't care how much this
that's probably just water.
well probably yeah, but this story between these two the story between the two I knew was going to be I thought was rushed, and I thought like they could have got way more out of it. But ooh, Conan. All right, that's interesting. Sorry to cut you off there. I just wanted to really watch this.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna be Ricky Steamboat.
Well, yeah, that would have been great, but AEW paid too much to Evan Bourne, so they couldn't.
Well, yeah, if they paid $1 to Evan Bourne, it was too much, really.
You know,
It's Matt Sydal, by the way.
I think about 5 years ago, had Matt Seidel been Matt Seidel. Oh, and people have been. Oh, all right. We got Wardlow and Swagger, or Hagar. Sorry, one up in each other. I like it. I'm not mad at this. Inner Circle goes Las Vegas. That skit was actually good.
Look at Jericho.
I'm not mad at that at all. I think those guys. I love MJF. I think he's one of the best ever, or could be one of the best ever in time. Jericho, obviously, as much as we love AJ and everyone else, Savage and so on, Jericho's the GOAT. He's at this point, I will put him as my number one wrestler, hands down.
Hmm.
Um, i- and I think that pairing between the two is great. I think MJF is so much like a young Jericho, but I think MJF is a little more advanced in the ring than Jericho was the first time I saw him back in what, 94, 95.
You
I
do?
just yeah, actually I do. I think he's not as flashy. Jericho was really flashy. He did a lot of moonsaults and kind of the higher impact stuff where Jericho or where MJF is so much more ring based. But ultimately, when you look at their attitudes, their charisma, everything about them, absolutely. I think MJF might be a little ahead of where Jericho was back before his heel turn. I'm saying 95. His heel turn, end of 96, 97, untouchable. MJF is nowhere near what Jericho did once he turned heel.
Right.
But if you look at Jericho, end of ECW or early WCW, I think MJF's ahead of him. At that age, yes.
Yeah, I guess I
Well,
was. I guess I was. I guess when I usually think mostly about the in ring stuff, and I would say that I don't think MJF is anywhere close to him in the ring. But Jericho had like all that experience of traveling all over the world to wrestle too, whereas
well,
MJF is not. So
Jericho by the time he was that age, 24, he'd already been to Japan. He was in Mexico. I think MJF has pretty much been in the U.S., hasn't he?
as far as I know, yeah.
But if you
What? Why
look at
he wouldn't deem himself to be? He wouldn't deem himself to get in the ring with Mexicans or Japanese. What are you talking about?
no, of course not. That's beyond his because he's better than everyone.
And you know it.
Yes, and I know it. Oh, speaking of, they really killed. I can't think of his name. Dominic Dijakovic. WWE killed another great NXT super.
Wait. You asked me what I thought about this storyline. Then you rambled about
Sorry,
the storyline, and now you changed it to Dominic Dijakovic.
sorry, my thoughts are all over the place, and now it's on Dominic Dijakovic. Anyway, your thoughts on the storyline? Go ahead.
No, the only thing I was really wanted to say is that I don't really see like the seven of them like really being like a unit for very long. That it feels weird. It feels wrong. It feels like worlds colliding. I really I want to see where the follow up is with it, but I really don't expect that it's going to last very long.
No, I don't either. I and it,
And it might turn out that because remember a few weeks ago MJF was talking about on Dynamite about forming his own stable.
right,
This might just be a way to infiltrate the inner circle and take over the inner circle from Jericho.
but out of this, who's he going to take over? Santana doesn't like him, so Santana Ortiz out. Hagar
Well,
doesn't
wasn't
like
it
him.
Ortiz? No, it's Ortiz that doesn't like him, right? Santana's fine with
Yeah,
him.
right, but do you really think they're going to split up Santana and Ortiz?
No,
So they're out. Sammy hates him. He's out. Hagar and Wardlow have their little weird thing going, so they're out. And if MJF takes over Jericho, who's left of the inner circle?
no, I still think it could be Jericho and Sammy that are out, and the rest of them are still in.
You think so? You think Santana and Ortiz and well, I can see Hagar staying in just because what else is he going to do? But one big guy in the stable is enough.
Yeah, Santana, and maybe Ortiz gets convinced by money or just by his his partner liking the two of them, or something like
Oh,
that.
fair enough.
I don't know.
But
I just don't know. What the point of this would be if it just remained status quo and they're really all together because MJF said he needed backup to be the world champion. Well, he's not. Jericho's not going to let anybody else in his stable be the world champion but him.
that's true. That's true. The one thing, and we're due for a Jericho face run. It's been what 3 4 years now.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're due for a Jericho face run, which is always entertaining because his just the way that he carries himself and the way that the fans get behind him, he's always going to be great for a face run. Sammy
And
is
the
the
and and the,
guy.
and the, and the crowd still acts like he's a face anyway. Well, they're
Well,
always
yeah,
cheering him. They're always singing that fucking song with him. So
it's a great song. It's a great
yeah, but
song.
they shouldn't be singing it along, and it should not
Not
be
when
his
he's a
theme song
heel.
when
You're
it's
right. When
as
he's
a
a
heel.
heel, no, you're right.
And
You're right.
watching people do that at Revolution. I'm sorry, at Full Gear and taking their masks off in the audience to sing along with him. That really disgusted me. So
As a heel, I was the same way, but as a moment, I thought that was amazing. And it just kind of led to whatever I think. And Moxley, I don't give a shit what you're saying. I really don't. It's more of the same rhetoric. Dude needs to lose his title. Just saying. Um, but
I do think Moxley needs to lose his title, but I wouldn't say it's the same rhetoric. Still think Moxley is great.
I think Moxley on the mic has been great. I just, at this point, I'm sick of him doing the same spiel about how no one can beat him and he's the toughest son of a bitch ever. And you're a half second behind me, by the way. Oh, your dad's son. Wait, they bleeped out God?
Yep, you know why, right?
Yeah, I know.
Because God doesn't exist.
Or they don't want to upset the religious right.
I
Let's
like my
not go
answer.
that.
I like my answer.
Yeah, fair enough. Um, but yeah, they. So you're about a half second behind me, so it's glad to know that. But
No. You're a half second ahead of me.
yeah, yeah. Wait, what? Shut up, jackass. Ooh, it's freshly squeezed. You know, I like Orange Cassidy. He's grown on me. But ultimately, I just want him to be the sloth all the time. I don't want him to be actually good in the ring.
But he is.
I know he is, and
He's
that
good and
kind of
he's very
annoys me.
entertaining in the ring, and that
Ooh,
shocked the hell out of me when we first saw that at Revolution.
yeah, and it was great at Revolution, but the fact that he's been good now for what,
Do you
6
have a
months?
sponsor going on there, Miro?
I fucking love Miro. I absolutely love what they've done with Miro.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, Jeff. Happy Miro Day.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, we're gonna start. We have to start that. That has to be a thing going forward. That has to be a thing. I do like him in his,
Like
and
like every show we start with Happy Miro Day.
we should. I'm not gonna lie. I've liked Kip Sabian for the last year. Be even before Penelope Ford. I've just he's got this.
You did not like Keep Save Me before you liked Penelope Ford.
Well, no, not
Oh my
before I like
God, look at that
not
top,
right.
or or look at that what isn't there of that top.
Stop that.
Sorry.
Um, I not before
The
I
funny
like
thing is, you were
Penelope
talking to
Ford.
me. You were talking to the thing in your pants.
Shut up. Um, no, I've just ever since he pulled his
And that
shit
time
with
you were
Will
talking to your
Osprey.
pants, telling them to close back up.
Ever since Sabian pulled his shit with the Osprey, I've liked this guy. I just
Ever since
have.
Sabrian did what?
He kind of called out Osprey before he came to AEW, and then his first match was a downer, but then he came after Adam Page and put on a hell of a match. And it's just he's one of those guys that I think should have the spot that Cassidy and uh, Darby Allen and everyone else has.
That AEW games announcement was really stupid. Um,
Yeah.
they shouldn't be announcing it like, oh, we've got this in development that couple year, a year or two down the line. Well, how about you announce it when it's ready to fucking go, or it's like a month away from coming out? I
What
don't
do
need
you
to
mean?
know. Oh, yeah, we've got this in development for a year or two down the line. Who gives a shit?
Oh,
Seriously.
boo! I don't know how to do that. Sorry, talking to my kid.
Yeah, I just thought that was really dumb. I hate this
There you go.
hype for things that may or may not be coming true.
Hmm?
And then it says that here's some gameplay footage, but this may not be representative
Can
of
we
the
play
actual
something else?
product. So why even
Um.
bother showing it? It was not going to be representative of the actual product.
Oh my goodness, Arlo. Sorry, man. You're gonna have to do something else because I don't know what you're looking for.
Keep Sabian just will
Okay. Well.
not let
Oh,
Orange Cassidy get either one of his hands in his pocket. That's pretty funny.
I have no clue what's happening. All I know is I have to deal with cars. Okay. Anyway. Oh yeah. Is it working? Here, bring it here. Bring it here. All right. Let me do this.
That's interesting. Just a slam out of it. So I guess you got too lazy up there, Mister Cassidy. Oh, Snapmare,
Arlo,
Arm
you're gonna have to play
Wringer.
something else because I can't. Daddy can't. I did, but Daddy can't figure that out. Okay.
Cassidy finally gets his hands in his pockets, and the world rejoices.
Okay. Holding it.
Duck, duck,
Oh,
no goose,
sidestep.
sleep over.
Oh,
Oh, missed the drop kick.
thank you.
Oh, missed the kick. Oh,
Oh,
drop kick.
you're driving me up a wall, kid. You can't play that game. Try a different game, please.
Why is Orange Cassidy wearing kinesiotherapy tape when he doesn't really do
Do you
anything?
need to go lay down?
I mean, how often does he actually pick people
I
up or
know you
anything?
really love that game, but do you need to go lay down? Because you're getting cranky. Here, let's try this. Here, look at that. I love being a parent. It's the most satisfying thing ever. But holy shit.
Did you just see what Penelope Ford was doing?
No, I
She,
missed it.
she let
I'm
she had
dealing with a crying child.
so Cassidy was outside the ring and he was trying to get back
Bring it
in,
here, Arlo.
and Penelope Ford stood in front of him and put like the double hands up to like for a stop,
What is the
and
problem?
then Orange Cassidy did a high 10 to her.
I don't even know what game that is.
Nobody does, Jeff.
Which one? Push it. Can you push the button? Thank you. You have to draw your own cars. I don't know how to get real cars in there. I don't know how to start it all over. Oh my god.
Just
Can
uninstall and
I?
reinstall. That'll start it all over for him.
No, it won't.
Oh,
It really, truly won't.
okay.
Okay, hold a picture of it. I don't know what you're saying, but whatever. Look, see? Now you build your own car. I don't know how to build a. My god. Remember, there was a reason why we were not going to do these shows when Arlo was here?
No, I don't remember that at all.
Okay, here. You build your own. You have to build your own. Okay?
You had to do wheels, and then an engine, and then a tailpipe, and
Oh
then the actual car, doors,
my god.
stomp to the head.
Why do I do this?
No, what I was trying to tell you is that Penelope Ford stood outside the ring and was trying to stop Orange Cassidy from coming in. So she put both her hands up like she would like to stop him, and he gave
Hmm,
her a high 10.
that's awesome.
And she looked at her hands like, "What just happened?"
Speaking of which, I was watching recently some WCW from the late 90s.
Wait, you're watching WCW from the late '90s, but you can't watch the greatness of Pat McAfee's new stable, the Kings of NXT.
Well, because I was out on NXT. It's not my fault. I gave
Oh,
up on NXT a while ago.
by the way, another thing happened in NXT is that Johnny Gargano won the NXT North American Championship back, and then
Yeah, I don't
he
care.
lost it again, and then he lost it again in his first defense. So
Yeah, see,
he's now held three singles championships in
and
NXT and has never defended it once.
which is why I don't care about NXT.
Okay.
And Tommaso Ciampa, I guess, is a chump at these points.
No,
Is he the heavyweight title holder?
no.
Exactly. He's a chump.
Is that the only two things? Is you're either the champ or you're a chump?
With Ciampa,
Yeah.
yeah, because they built him to that point.
Well, yeah, he should have been the guy to beat Adam Cole for it. I totally agree with that. But once he didn't, I don't know. I mean, he's having a feud with what the hell's his name? Velveteen
If
Dream
it's not
now.
if it's not Pat McAfee and his stable, I don't care.
No, it's Velveteen Dream.
Exactly. Velveteen Dream is another guy that really kind of fell off the planet. Like
Yeah,
he was on top of the world, then he got injured, and yeah, you can say whatever with the whole crap that happened with the hashtags earlier on, but ultimately it was because he was injured. And once he got injured, I just lost all interest in the guy. Is it working, Arlo?
yeah.
You're
They
making a
really
car.
kind
Okay.
of blew it with him. There was a point where he was the hottest wrestler on the planet,
Yep.
and they should have pushed him to the moon at that point, and they did not. And now he's just been stuck in this stasis mode, and now he's even a bad guy. So,
Well, they tried to
um,
push him to the moon, and then he got injured. He made the North American Championship and was really good at his role, and then he got injured and had to lose it. And then spent like 4 months out. And in true WWE fashion, once you get injured, your push is done.
I thought you were out on him when he started his feud against EC3, though.
No, I love that feud. In fact,
I thought you hated
speaking
it.
speaking of EC3, his new Ring of Honor and his new character
I haven't seen
is
any of it yet.
outstanding. Outstanding. Do a Ring of Honor EC3 search and look up his first interview with them. If he is going to be that guy going forward, I love it. Absolutely love it. He's a totally different guy.
So where do you think they're going with this? Um, I don't I haven't seen any of it yet, but I do want to, but I uh I still want to talk about a little bit more about Pat McAfee's thing because I read that there's not going to be an NXT War Games this year. So or Takeover War
Well,
Games this year. So
legally they can't, can they? That's too many people that close together.
I don't see why not. Do you think they're not going to have the Royal Rumble this year?
If things continue the way they are, maybe not.
Well, I'm just wondering what the end goal then is for these two stables to be facing each to be feuding with each other. Then if they're not going to have a War Games, you know. That's all I was saying is there's got to be some kind of a retribution by Undisputed Era against the Kings of NXT.
Whoa, Kip. Ouch.
That looked like it was funky.
Yeah, it looked like that was a bad miss by Kip. Nice recovery though, turning into
Sure,
what they did. No, just it was obviously supposed to be some kind of flipping thing. To turn it into what they did was a really good recovery by two young guys we've never heard of before. AEW.
true.
And Miro hasn't said shit this entire match.
Has he not said anything?
Not much.
Okay.
He pipes in occasionally. Like they just asked him, "What'd you think of that?" And he's like, "Oh, it was so close." End of his. End of his. Oh, here we go. All right. Is it a swinging neck breaker or is it a rope assisted magic killer?
Well, there were people that used that move before the Magic Killer, but I guess nowadays since Magic Killer's become so popular or so well known, it probably is a rope assisted Magic Killer.
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That was a nice move by Cassidy.
Yeah, he's a great wrestler.
No, I'm not saying he's not. I. Oh, here comes Miro. Oh, and his holy red dude.
Red and all Adidas. That's why I said he must have got a sponsorship now.
Oh, and they leave Penelope Ford right there. She's not jumping over the barricade.
Hey, look, it's best friends against best man.
Oh, and look at Chuck. Chuck, grow your mustache back, or goatee, or whatever the hell it was you had.
Oh,
You're
that's right. He
too
did have
clean
one, didn't he?
shaven for me. He's too clean shaven for me at this point.
Oh, we never talked about this. What did you think of the goatee that that one guy grew?
That one guy grew? Really? Which one guy?
Oh, I got to think of his name now. Jeff Cobb.
Jeff Cobb
Because
is one of those guys.
I thought he just looked like Jeff Cobb with a goatee. I didn't think it really
Yeah,
did anything
but
to make him look sinister or
no,
badass or anything like
it
that. So
didn't. But Jeff Cobb is one of those guys where he could like have a half patch on his left cheek, and I would still be scared of that motherfucker. He's
right,
just one of
that's my
those
point
guys.
is the goatee didn't do anything for him in my opinion.
No, no, you're right. You're right. It didn't. I mean, it scared me, but that's just because it was Jeff Cobb. Him having a goatee didn't make him any more evil or sinister than he already was. Still
Correct. Yeah.
building the carbu. Okay,
What?
good.
Oh, you're talking to your son. Okay.
Yeah, boo.
I was like, no.
He's boo.
I was like, no.
You're
I'm
a
not building
douchebag.
a caribou. What are you talking about?
No, he's boo. You're douchebag. Get it right.
No, I thought you asked if I was still building a caribou.
If you are still building a caribou, I would have thrown douchebag in there. Are you still building a caribou? Douchebag. That's how
Well,
you know it's
if
you.
you're throwing douchebags around, you probably should start washing your hands more.
Yeah, I have to. A lot of sanitizer in this house. Just saying.
That's just for your mouth.
Well, yeah. After every call, a little sanitizer in the gullet doesn't help, doesn't hurt.
Boy, I can't wait to get some of this Garnier stuff.
Some what?
Oh, this fucking commercial. Have I
I
ever,
don't know.
have I
I'm
ever tell you?
watching.
Have I ever tell you that? I've told you that I hate commercials.
Yeah, I agree. In fact, the one thing I do hate about Hulu, now I'm going to say what I hate. I can't skip over commercials, even when I'm DVR'd. They have their 90 seconds every like hour that you have to watch,
Really?
even if it's DVR'd. Yep.
That's lame. That's really lame.
Did you make a car? That's awesome. A lot of what?
See, Arlo, I knew you could do it.
Sacks. What? Tracks. Okay.
See, Arlo, I knew you could make a car.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Your dad
stuff,
tried to say you
honestly.
couldn't do it. I knew you could do it.
I knew we could do it, asshole. Wait, no, douchebag. That is the one negative I have about Hulu is even when you DVR, you still have to watch commercials.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
But it's half the commercials. So it's like normally on Dynamite you get a commercial every 20 minutes. On when it's DVR'd, you get them every 40 minutes. So it's like half the commercials, but it's still commercials. That's the only negative I have about Hulu. Otherwise, I love the fact I'm watching AEW on my TV. My son in Duluth is watching AEW on my TV or on his TV. And I have something recording in the bedroom. So we have three screens literally going at this point, and it's still the same price. I could never do that with DirecTV.
Gotcha. Why are they calling this match "Winter is Coming"? I don't understand.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not like it's the Starks against the Lannisters.
And it's not like it's the winter solstice, which was what, 2 weeks ago?
No, the Winter Solstice is December 21st.
Oh, what? I don't care. I really don't care. It's cold out. That's all I know. It's cold out.
Okay, is that all you know?
That's all I care.
Okay.
It's not even knowing at this point. That's all I care. Although I do like the new cleaner persona. I'm glad he brought the heel Kenny back. And the dancing girls. Granted, I wish they were more dressed like the 2000s and not so much like the 80s, but
And don't they just remind you of like those Suzanne Summers Thigh Master
yep,
commercials?
like I said, 80s.
Yeah, I know. I was just
But I
being
like
more specific than that.
I how'd they get the cleaner persona? Did they get the copyright from that or
Do you think they actually had a copyright on it?
NJPW?
Yeah.
If they didn't, they're fucking stupid.
Well, Kenny probably had the copyright on it.
That's true. Like AJ did on AJ.
Yeah. When's the last time you saw Kenny in a suit? I don't remember ever seeing him in a
Um,
suit before.
the day he announced he was AEW
Yeah, that's
and
true.
came out in that press conference,
Yeah, but as a
and
wrestling character, have you ever seen him in a suit before?
maybe NJPW in like 2013 or 14 when he first debuted, before his IC run, maybe.
When he was a cruiserweight
Well,
or junior heavyweight, I mean.
even before that, before he became champ. What? Go potty. Did you? That's awesome. Oh, please don't come out of the fucking crowd.
He will.
Please don't.
He's Moxley.
No, please don't.
But he's Moxley.
I don't give a shit.
Where else would he come from?
Be a human.
Humans go into the crowd too. Or who do you think stands in the or sits in the crowds?
Hold on.
It's not like
Tony is
apes
talking.
and lions and shit.
Tony is talking about John Moxley being a coward. Mm, cameras. Great. Yes, they are.
Oh, does somebody attack Moxley?
Hey,
I wonder who that could have been.
oh gee, who do you think? Could it be M&J or M&N? Sorry,
Could it be Satan?
they're fine now.
Satan's fine.
And I ke- I keep going with the M&J with because I keep calling him Jeff too, and that hurts my fucking heart. Bullshit.
I guess Moxley just wants to take a nap instead of coming out to sign with him.
Oh no, no, bad Kenny. The thing I hate is that they're doing this on a episode of Dynamite and not pushing it to Revolution. This
Revolution
is
is
what
in
I
February, dude.
yeah, but this is what I'm talking about. This feud should have been pushed to the pay-per-view. We don't need to have a heavyweight title match every month. It's not WWF.
Would you really want it to be every 3 months?
Yeah, actually. I mean, we've talked about this before. Let shit build. Let stories build. Build to the pay-per-views, not to just have a great match every couple of weeks. This is why Full Gear seemed like a Dynamite to me because we get heavyweight title matches every other week. We get tag team matches once a month. There's nothing special to wait for a pay per view. So why am I going to pay $50 for a pay per view to see a title match and to see the same promos that I see on Dynamite?
Well, we do get longer, more intense matches on pay per view than we do on Dynamite. It may not feel that way
Be-
to you, but it does feel that way to me. I really am disappointed though that um, FTW were not the tag team champions anymore. Not just because I
FTR,
is that what did I say?
FTW,
Yeah, that FTR are not the tag team champions anymore. But not just because I think it's too early for the Bucks to have them, but just because I loved that brush with the greatness they were doing every week on Dynamite so much, and
right?
now they don't get to do it anymore. You know,
I think there is so much greatness going on, but ultimately, I think if you watch their web shows, like the Dark
I'm not
Order,
going to.
please don't, because the Dark Order on oh,
Hang on, we're back to
yep,
Jericho.
I know I saw that.
Oh, fuck Elvis.
No, come on, it's funny
I can't. No, nothing about Elvis is ever funny.
when it involves Chris Jericho. It's fucking hilarious.
No, I can't stand Elvis in any
Look at
incarnation.
MJF and his scarf. That's amazing.
Elvis is just a knockoff honky tonk man impersonator.
Wow, you are a wrestling fan. Whoa, Sammy, don't get all shook up.
Howl.
Of course. Why would we not howl?
Is that Sammy?
I don't know if it's Sammy or MJF.
That's MJF.
Sammy.
That's
It's
MJF.
Sammy.
Is it? That's MJF.
Oh yeah. Ooh, zombie MJF. Even better. Fuck Sammy. This has gotten 14 levels of weird.
Yep, that's okay though.
I'm not mad at it. Fucking monkey. Okay, the monkey made my day. I'm not mad at this.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I just want to see more of that
Oh, I
shenanigans
can't
in Las
stand
Vegas.
Swoggle though. Ugh.
No, but still, that was still just the whole bit was amazing. What are though? You made a car? That's amazing. A guy can fit in the car? That's even better. Oh wow. Look at that. So now Jericho is announcing upcoming matches. What the hell just happened?
I guess he is. Yeah.
Is he in the announce booth? I thought he was in Vegas.
Well, I think there was. The Vegas thing probably happened a few days ago.
I can't handle this. If we're not going to do it live, don't do it.
That was all live.
Suspend disbelief.
No, I can't because they all went to bed and they woke up the next morning, so it could not have all happened live.
It could have. There was a zombie in the room and Hornswoggle.
You're a zombie in the room.
You couldn't imagine that happening the next day.
No,
Seriously.
no.
It was Hornswoggle and a zombie.
If you say Swoggle one more time, I'm ending this call.
Hornswoggle, not
All
Swoggle.
right, I'm ending the call.
No, no. Hornswoggle,
You
not
said it
Swoggle.
twice now. Are you gonna make me end the call?
Please don't.
I hate him. I cannot
I know you.
stand him.
I know you do. It's because he's 4'7".
I have a thing about midgets.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I understand, little buttercup.
Well, shut up and show me how to make a car.
Huh?
Just shut up and show me how to make a car.
No, no. I've got a 5-year-old doing that. I'll send you the picture later
Sure.
when I'm not crying anymore. I'm just happy my computer works after last week. Damn cat.
Yes. He is a damn cat, or she is a damn cat.
So, anyway, anything else going on in the wrestling world?
Um,
Tessa Blanchard is still unsigned.
who cares?
Well, considering she was the best female performer we ever saw until. Oh, that's awesome. Good
She no,
car.
she no,
I
she was not.
like it.
No, she was not Shayna Baszler.
Yes. No, I'm not talking about like within the last year, but a couple of years ago, she was the best female performer. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's awesome.
Yeah, but if you can't be professional enough to do what your company tells you to do, and even do like a promo to set up a match, then you don't deserve my attention.
Very true. Very, very true.
And also, if you're going to be engaged slash married to Daga, you don't deserve my attention either. So that's just the way it is. So I really don't care where she signs at.
I think when
I
she
really don't
bailed
want.
on,
I really don't want her in AEW. But
yeah, I think after she backed off of her like obligations
hmm
because she thought she was better than everything. I mean, we all thought that she got the title too quick, and she proved it because she was just not emotionally ready for that spot.
right.
And, like I said, she proved it. She proved she was not in that spot. So, do I think she's great as an in ring performer? Hell yeah. Is she on the level she thought she was? No, absolutely not.
I think that I am not even on that same page with you as far as her being an in-ring performer, right? Because I felt like she regressed the more time has gone on. So I mean, I don't think she's as good now as she was at All In, for instance. I just don't. Um, and I think a lot of that is just too much of the finisher kick out bullshit she puts in her matches. Um, I think it's just too much of, like you said, too much too soon. I mean, she should not have been facing guys for this long. She should have been, stick in the Knockouts division for long. Don't have a problem with her facing guys, but I do think it happened like way too soon, and I think therefore she got the title way too soon. And that
I
she got,
think her
and the match she had against Sammy that we were told was like one of the greatest matches ever was just a complete and utter piece of trash.
I think her versus Sammy 1 was great.
It was
But I
absolutely.
think she should have taken a year, maybe year and a half cool down before she faced another man again. And that would have built her up to the point where she was that unstoppable, whatever, force that they tried to portray her as. I think she just went from Sammy versus Tessa 1 to Sammy versus Tessa 2 way too quick.
Well, let's look at it this way. She beat Brian Cage clean.
Mhm.
And Michael Elgin couldn't do that. Eddie Edwards couldn't do that. Sammy Callahan couldn't do that, but Tessa Blanchard could. You know,
Right.
that's just way too much for me.
Gotta miss this guy.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He was never Ring of Honor champion, right?
No, he was not. I don't even know if he
Okay,
was. I don't think he was ever even in Ring of Honor.
that's what I thought too. But somebody, I was on some Facebook chat thing, and they were talking about him being a Ring of Honor champ, and I'm like, wait, what? Was he ever even in Ring of Honor?
Not to my knowledge, and I've got a lot of Ring of Honor
Oh, good
knowledge.
job, Pooh. Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
And you know what?
I mean,
And speaking of TNA and or Impact, I have to say that I really did enjoy the storyline that Blade was in. I can't remember what his character's name was in TNA, but the storyline he was in with who ended up being his wife now, I thought was really cool at the time
with Allie,
with Allie. Yeah,
I guess I never saw that, so I
yeah, it
can't
was
comment. But
Allie was like the um she was the assistant to I don't know, one of the chicks on Impact on TNA, and that chick on TNA like wanted him, and he wanted Allie, and it was this whole big thing. But I really enjoyed that angle. So
I don't think I ever saw that, so I can't comment.
it was I think SoCal Val was part of that, but it wasn't, but that's not who was the actual.
Jesus, SoCal Val, that was like 10 years ago, wasn't it?
10 years ago. It's probably like five.
Seriously,
It's probably like five. It was probably like 5 years ago.
she hasn't been around forever.
Trying to think of the name of the chick that was the. Yeah, but I don't remember. But it was. I'm surprised you never saw. You must not have been watching TNA at that time, huh?
Maybe not. Anyway, Pack in the ring again. Amazing. I'm so glad he's back. He brings so much to everything he does.
Why'd you say you weren't sure about him being in the ring against Blade?
I think it's a step down. I mean, but in the same respect, I mean, this is kind of what we wanted MJF to do. He's going through everybody to get to Eddie Kingston to reform the Death Triangle.
Right. So that's why I think it does make sense.
But at the same time, it's like it feels like a step down for him. Blade and Butcher are a couple of guys that I really wish would get a run, kind of like Hybrid Theory.
Hybrid 2.
Sure, go for it. What do you
But
mean, yay?
yeah, for all their focus on tag team wrestling, they don't really focus that much on tag team wrestling.
Exactly. They
They,
focus on three, maybe four tag teams, and then they highlight a couple of teams.
yeah, I mean,
Like
like they're putting Jericho and they're putting Jericho and Hager together as a tag team, and they've already got all these other actual tag
what?
teams out there.
Well, they put didn't they put Jericho and Sammy together too,
Yeah,
and gave them a title shot?
but they said Jericho and Hager was going to be Jericho and Hager
All
like
right, boo.
announced
It's
they were
not gonna
going after
work.
the tag titles, and they've already got a tag team in the inner
I
circle
know you do.
already.
I know you do. Arlo, stop. It's not gonna work. It doesn't work. You're gonna try another one. Um,
I'd like to see a couple tag team matches a week that actually focus on the tag teams. You know,
well, I'd like to see tag team champ or matches per week that are actually gonna infect or affect the ratings. Like, where's
the
hybrid?
ratings that you don't care about.
Well, yeah, but if they're gonna do these ratings, let's do shit to affect the ratings. Like Blade and Butcher versus Hybrid 2. I'd like to see that match.
Yeah, and the other thing is that as much as I was a big fan of the Addiction, um, or the Bad Influence, I'm not sure that we really still need SCU in the year 2020.
Yeah, but Frankie is still so good.
And
Yeah, CD is past his prime, but Frankie is still so good. Like I could still see Frankie as an a TNT champion, maybe occasionally going for the heavyweight title.
but how
I just
how do they really contribute when they're only on the show like every 4 weeks or 5 weeks?
but maybe it's nostalgia. Maybe it's because Frankie never got that run. Um, and he is really really good. The few times I've seen him in individual matches, he's been amazing.
Well, I'm not questioning his talent. I'm just saying, is this really the spot for them?
No, not at this point. Not with the way they've been treated over the last year, 6 months, maybe.
And if they and as they build and build on their roster, having those guys around is is good for, I guess, fodder for the other teams, but not if they're really not ever around.
Well, and that's
And not
kind of the
for
way,
Jericho and Hager. If they were
and
losing
that's
to, if they were losing to Butcher and Blade, or they were losing to Top Flight, that's different than losing to Jericho and Hager.
well, and I mean, not just Top Flight, who's newcomers. I mean, we saw them for the first time tonight. But you look at Hybrid 2, you look at Blade and Butcher, you look at Private Party.
Yep.
They have so many tag teams that are amazing right now that they don't showcase because it's always about the top two or three. It's the Bucks, it's FTR, and SCU gets their run occasionally, and that's about it. Really, do they give any other tag teams runs?
No, they don't. And I mean, unless they're happening on Dark,
Dynamite
which
or
and
Dark?
Dark, which we don't see. And they even put that they even put Joey Janela and what's the other guy's
Sunny
name,
Kiss.
Sonny Kiss, together as a team as well. And
When
they
they
call and they,
have
and they call them the New Midnight Express.
when they have
And plus
real
they put the
tag
Librarian
teams,
together with somebody else too, and they formed a tag team with them too. It's just
that's true.
it's just it feels like what you and I kind of were worried about before AEW started is happening, where they've just got like a roster that's really like too big at this point.
Well, it's not that it's too big, it's that they don't showcase the people they should. It's like we like you said, we got um the librarian or whoever it was. We got Janelle and Sunny Kiss. When you have Hybrid 2, who is one of the best untapped talents they have on the roster, you've got Blade and Butcher, who are amazing together as a tag team. They're amazing together single. I mean, both these guys I could see go on a single run, but together, they're really phenomenal. And they get put on the bench for Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela.
Hmm.
I think that's a major problem with AEW, but I don't know if it's AEW or is it the American Wrestling. You know, they didn't get the fan support, so they kind of got shoved to the back.
Well, the reason what I was talking about though is that I think that if they if we I'd really like to see them adopt the kind of the um, model that we love so much in NXT, where not everybody was featured every single week.
Right.
Where you'd have weeks. And I realized that was only an hour long show, but still, you can do it on a 2 hour show if your roster is as deep as AEW's is, where you've only where maybe you see. The main guys maybe like every week, but then you see just there's but then the rest of the cast you see every couple of weeks. And when you're building to pay per views that are 3 months apart from each other, there's really no reason not to do that.
I don't think we need to see the Bucks every week. I mean, I did say it in the beginning. I think they could have really gotten by with in the beginning pushing people like Darby Allen every week. If he's not having a match, he has a promo, and I still think that way.
Hmm.
They don't have to have Blade and Butcher on every week. But if they cut a promo with Blade and Butcher, even if they went back to the '80s style, like we talked about that a few weeks ago, probably a few months ago at this point. But if they went back to the '80s style, where they were putting together a Blade and Butcher versus Hybrid 2 feud for Revolution, like when Blade came out to face Pac, you had Hybrid 2 in a split screen or a little corner in the top cutting a promo on him.
Right.
That is a way to get everybody involved. And right now, we go weeks and weeks without seeing Hybrid 2. And I get it was COVID and everyone was shut down. They were trapped in Mexico, but they showed up tonight and what they do? They ran in and ran out.
Were they stuck in
Nothing
Mexico? I
about
didn't
them
I didn't even
since.
know that.
Yeah, I that's what I heard. Whether it was true or not, I don't know. But I heard both. They were doing a AAA event because they were still under kind of contract with them and got stuck there when the borders closed.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Kind of like Pac did in the UK. You know, he was there doing finishing off some independent contracts he had and got stuck there.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. That's. I don't know. The other, the thing is that Dark, and they might, and like I said, they might showcase some of these teams on Dark, but I mean, I'm sure that we're not the only people out there that don't watch Dark.
No, and
And then
most people don't
and
watch YouTube shows.
And sometimes I'll see like I'll look at like YouTube and I'll see like these clips and I'll see like match number 16 on Dark. And I'm like, well, how long is that fucking show every week now?
Right. Right?
I mean, if you can have like between 9 and 16 matches on a show, how the hell long is it?
It's last I saw it was an hour and 45 minutes. And I barely have time to watch 2 hours of Dynamite a week
Right.
with everything going on. I can't then spend 2 hours on NXT, 2 hours on whatever NJPW and then 2 hours. Okay, I like that.
Do you realize in about 50 minutes that NXT is going to go off the air with Pat McAfee saying we're the greatest, you suck.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I like that.
Either that or Undisputed Era is going to come is finally going to come back and get some retribution on them.
I like the fact that Pac just went for a finisher
Hmm.
and then rolled into a submission.
That is his
I
finisher.
Yeah, I know the submission is finisher, but he kind of bailed out on the red arrow or black arrow now and just did a shooting star press into the submission.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. I like that a lot more than what he's done in the past.
Are you going to say anything now,
There we
Pac?
go. Yep, he is microphone.
All right.
Oh, I'm a second ahead of you. So Oh, fuck you, Kingston. Oh, here comes Butcher.
But notice who isn't out there, at least
Ooh,
yet.
Bunny.
No, Ray and Pentagon.
True. And Pentagon is his best friend. Remember?
No, it's his best friend.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. You're right. Pack Pock. Love it. Nice. Oh, Ray Phoenix coming out against Butcher and Blade and Eddie.
I see that.
Love it.
And Eddie deserves it after what he did last week to him.
Yeah, true. Eddie's beating up his brother. Is it
Yeah.
blood or is it best friend?
Oh, here he comes.
He's got chair. Here he goes.
Wait. The chair's confusing me. Is that really Pentagon or is it La Parca?
It looks like La Parca. Oh, wait. Is he gonna where's his loyalties? He's gonna hit the fucking shit out of Eddie Kingston. You know he is.
Probably.
He's never gonna turn on his brother.
I don't know. He's already been fighting with his brother
Yep,
lately,
there he
though.
goes after Eddie, after Butcher and Blade. Yep. Come on. He needed to fucking flatten Eddie right there to make this impactful. The fact that he missed Eddie is just crap.
Unless he's actually finally going to actually turn on Death Triangle. No, nope. He threw the chair down.
No. Yeah, but the fact that he had to connect with that chair shot. Otherwise,
I
it's
don't think
bullshit.
so.
No, he had to. Just swinging the chair, it doesn't mean shit. I don't know. I think that was a missed opportunity. Well,
So now
Death
what?
Triangle
So now
back.
what does Eddie do to
So
grow his family back then?
who cares? Death Triangle's back. He's
I
got
like
the
Eddie
blade.
Kingston and his family though.
Oh, whoever this blonde bitch is, the worst promo I've ever seen is attacking Brandy.
You didn't like that last week?
Oh, that was fucking terrible. The whole Cody promo with somebody who couldn't even speak coming out.
Yeah, but Brandy
Yeah,
was
it was
awesome.
Brandy was amazing, but everything else sucked. What boo? He come.
Yeah, Brandy coming in
Huh?
telling her to stop talking to her man and get off her show was just awesome.
Yeah, that was great. Okay. It is okay. We'll add that to your Christmas list. Okay. All right.
I fast, but I every time they started showing clips from Full Gear from Full Gear last week, I just fast forwarded through it.
Yeah, because I hate how American TV they are. They spend more. They spend 2 weeks recapping what happened and a week looking forward, but they're doing it in a weird twist where they're not building towards. You have that one? Yes, you do.
What are the matches sort of come tonight? Because
Oh,
it seems pretty early to have the women's
we'll
world
get
title
it for
match.
Christmas. Okay.
Because they've already done the contract
Go
signing, they've
watch.
already done the Las Vegas shit. So seems kind of weird that they're doing the women's title match already.
Well, they still got 40 minutes. So
That's what I'm
did
saying, though.
we?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what else is left on the show?
Did they give us a main event?
Why? That's what I was just asking. Is there another match I'm forgetting?
Sorry, child.
Or is the
Oh
women's match really going to last?
no, never. They won't do that to a women's match. It's American television.
Oh,
Okay,
that's what we have. That's what we still have Darby
boo,
Allin and Cody Rhodes versus Brian Cage and Ricky Starks to go. So
boo.
that should
We
be the big
will
ones
add
there.
that to your Christmas list, okay? Okay, you want that one too? Okay, I saw it. I saw it. I saw it.
Tell him if he
I
doesn't
put it
stop
on your
interrupting,
Christmas
he doesn't
list.
get a Christmas.
I've been trying that all day, dude. I swear to God, 85 times a day, 85 times an hour. It is. I want this added to my Christmas list. When is Christmas? How many days till Christmas? And there's a pouting fest because it's too long till Christmas. Then it's like, why is there so long? It's been all day, dude. It's been 2 days. 2 days solid. Here we go again. What? Oh, that's amazing. Okay, go potty. Go potty. Go potty. Oh my God. Why am I a parent?
I don't know.
Oh.
What I would like to know,
I love my kids to
what I
death,
would like to
by the
know
way.
is how come bars and restaurants have to shut down in Minnesota, but it's okay for churches to keep going.
No, they can't. They've been shut down for months.
Nope, it said places of worship have no restrictions on them.
Fuck that. The fact that they actually got money for the shutdown too pisses
Yep,
me off. Is there any there? How
yeah, it's
about
really
now?
ridiculous.
Because they're not small businesses. So why? What? Oh, shut up. Here. There you go. There you go. Can you throw that away? Throw it away. Thank you. Oh, oh, that's right. Oh, I'm actually looking forward to this because we have two of probably the best wrestlers in the U.S. right now.
Um, I'm just going to try to ignore the fact that you did not include Hikaru Shida in that statement.
I have not watched WWE TV in so long that I can't.
Hikaru Shida, I said.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay, okay, yeah, Sheeta. Okay, sorry, I heard something different. I said two of the best. Did I not?
I thought you said the
Did I
two
say the
best.
two best? No, I meant to say two of the best.
Gotcha.
The
Okay.
the fact that Serena Deeb is as great as she is after 5 years of not wrestling, that's amazing. I'm so happy.
She didn't wrestle for 5 years. I didn't know that.
Well, when did she leave the Straight Edge Society? It was what, 2011?
No, 2009 actually.
Okay, so it's been 12 years. Anyway, whatever the last few
Hey,
years
Savannah.
she's huh? Oh,
If you can talk to your kid, I can talk to my dog.
yeah, fair enough. She's been a trainer in NXT for the last however many years.
That's right. I keep forgetting that's the same chick.
And she's only fucking in her mid 30s. She's not even that old yet.
This should be
Actually,
fun.
I think she's younger than that.
Yeah, there's three women in the ring. Look at that. Hi.
Hey,
He says hey. Jeff, have you joined All Elite Heels yet?
nope, not doing it.
Okay.
I have no clue how old she is. 34. She's 34 years old.
So she's 12 years younger than you.
She was in the Straight Edge Society in 2010. She was in Shimmer from 10 to 13. She was on the independent circuit till 2015, then retired in 15. So it's been 5 years.
Okay. I still keep wondering if how much more NWA and AEW are going to work together because we've seen these now. This is the fourth women's title match, right? We've seen on AEW TV or pay per view, but we have not seen any of the guys. We haven't seen the the world title or the world tag titles come
Oh,
on, or we haven't seen Trevor Murdoch bring the national title on. So just kind of wondering, when, what else are we going to see between the NW and AEW?
well, I know
Is this all we're going to see? Is the women get featured?
the last time we watched them, Ricky Starks was a big deal. So was James Storm. Starks is what all elite now, and James Storm is back in Impact. So outside of Aldis, well, in Cole Cabana was a big deal in NWA too, and how now he's all elite. So outside of Aldis, who else in NWA was anything noteworthy?
I just said Trevor Murdoch.
Um, like I said,
I like Trevor
Trevor,
Murdoch. I always have.
I did back in '07, '08, '09. I think he's just an average wrestler, but I loved him with Cade. What was his name?
Lance Cade.
Lance Cade, the guy that ended up dying, unfortunately. But I love their tag team, but I never saw anything super special with Travis Murdoch.
Trevor Murdoch.
Trevor Murdoch.
And I
Jesus.
did because I felt like he was a great throwback to the old style of guys like Dusty Rhodes and Harley Race and Dick Murdoch, his kind of namesake. Those like rough, tough Texas fighting guys. I really enjoyed him, and I
But
just
did he
I felt like he never really got a shot to prove that in WWE because as soon as that tag team was over, Cade's the one that got pushed, even though Cade was just like a blonde himbo. Um, and and then Murdoch was pretty much out on his ass after that. If I'm not mistaken, he had like a drug problem or something at the time as well.
Yeah, and did he really amount to anything in NWA? I mean, he was granted it wasn't long that we were watching it, but before the shutdown. But did he really amount to anything in the time he was there?
He is the
He
national
got
champion.
was he?
Yeah, that's what I said. Trevor Murdoch could bring the national title maybe to AEW. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what are they really going to do? Like, are they going to do anything else between these two promotions, or is it just they're featuring the women for some reason?
Did they finish their working relationship with Ring of Honor?
Yeah, they bailed
Okay.
on that before they got their YouTube deal, or not before they got the YouTube deal, but before they started the NWA Power show.
And Ring of Honor is still good with NJPW because wasn't Jeff Cobb on some of the NJPW Power or yeah Power stuff?
Jeff Cobb, I think, is signed with NJPW now, if I'm not mistaken.
Is he? I thought he was still Ring of Honor, but they still had some Ring of Honor guys on that, didn't they?
On what?
Whatever that American version of NJPW was. I want to
Oh,
say
NJPW
Power, but
Strong. Okay.
Strong,
Uh,
yeah.
um, Matt Seidel was on there. Um,
Clearly, he's not still Ring of Honor.
Trying to think who else was on there from. Oh, the PJ Black was on there.
Right. And
Um,
but was he NJ? Was he Ring of Honor or was he just independent guy?
he's Ring of Honor.
Is he okay?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think who else from Ring or Brody King was on there.
That's right. Okay. Yep, you're right. Speaking of Ring of Honor, now that we got a commercial break, was Serena Deeb like?
Love that
destroying.
chicken from Popeyes. Sorry, go ahead.
Wow, you're still behind me. Anyway, uh, pure championship. Fill
Yeah,
me on what happened.
I
I've
didn't
watched.
watch, so I don't know.
It wasn't on Ring of Honor. So okay, so I'm not alone because every time I checked Ring of Honor, it wasn't on there.
No, it was on there. I just like I only watched like the first 3 weeks, and then kind of G1 started, and I didn't never went back to it.
You know, one thing I don't know if we ever talked
I
about.
don't know if you noticed this, Jeff, but there was about 800 tournaments in NJPW this year, and two of them are going on right now. I haven't seen a single second of it yet.
Yeah, I know, and I feel bad for that because I love the tournament way that they do things. But regardless, um,
I just saw a commercial for Solo: A Star Wars Story. That movie is way better than it is any right to be. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it really is. I enjoyed it a lot more than everyone told me I would. So I'm right there with you. But what I was saying that elite deletion match. Did we talk about that last week?
Very briefly, neither one of us liked it very much.
Okay, so there was so much involved in that and so much hatred I have for it that I feel the need to talk about it again.
Okay.
Um, like Eddie rolling in on the golf cart. At that point, I feel like the golf cart thing was overdone. I felt like the golf cart thing at the Stadium Stampede match was the end of that. Him coming in on the golf cart was too much. I
Okay.
mean, I don't know if you noticed that too, but or felt that way, but I just felt like it was too much at that point.
No, I thought it was a nice callback actually.
Seeing and for me, him driving up to the compound, considering the compound is North Carolina, how long would that take on a fucking golf cart? Considering it goes 3 miles an hour
That's a fair point.
and dies every 45 minutes because of the battery.
But why couldn't he have flown into there and then like found a golf course close to the compound and driven it from there?
The close, yeah, all right, fair enough. You shot holes in my shit. I'm done.
Well, no, I just never like considered the fact that he had driven all the way from Florida to North Carolina.
It was one of those little callbacks that I thought was unnecessary because I felt like they've done it multiple times before, and I'm not a big fan of those style of matches. The fireworks was way too much for me. I mean, when you're watching it on TV and you're seeing the fireworks go way um, over the ring, and they're still ducking for cover. When you saw those two shooting fireworks at each other, I thought was a nice touch, but it went on too long. Like there was this spot where,
And you know, I also think like for you and me, we saw the fireworks the very first time they had one of
yep,
these matches with with the final deletion with
yep,
Matt versus Jeff. There might have been, but there might have been a wider audience that hadn't ever seen that before.
and that's true. I did like the twist they had with Matt ducking into the bunker or the not a bunker, but little
Garage.
foxhole. No, the foxhole
Okay.
when he was firing at Sammy, and the fact that he was chasing him down and firing, and there was literally fireworks going past Sammy's head. I thought that was a great touch. Once they hit that, once the fact that everybody was involved, we had Private Party, we had Gangrel and Sugar and Shane Helms and um, Santana Ortiz and everybody involved. I just felt like it was too much. Had it been a fight between Eddie and Sammy, I think I would have loved it more. But when everybody got involved, and then there were fireworks and so much of the elite delete or the initial deletion we saw between Hardy and between Jeff and Matt, it just was too much for me.
Gotcha.
I think had it
Yeah.
been a fight between Sammy and Jeff, I would have loved it.
Sammy and
But
Matt.
Sammy and Matt, sorry. Sammy and Matt, I think I would have loved it, but the fact that everybody was involved and there was so many callbacks, there was nothing really original to me. I think I would have loved it more.
Yeah, I really did enjoy the hurricane part showing up, but yeah, I do, but mostly I agree with you that there was just it was like way overbooked, and then I also hated the fact that Sammy lost the match, you know,
Yeah, that too.
and basically got killed doing it. You know, I really felt like that swanton through the table should have been the end of the match
And then,
With Sammy getting the victory over Matt because. I don't buy the fact that just Sammy having this feud with Matt put Sammy over. I think he needed
well,
to win at least one of the matches in there, and he didn't win any of them.
he won. Didn't he win the one at when Matt got hurt, when he
No,
got concussed? He didn't win that one either.
no.
Well,
Matt threw him off that scaffolding, and Sammy fell through the table and got counted out. Remember when
oh, yep, yep. You're
when
right.
Ross was
You're right.
yelling,
You're right.
"Why isn't the referee counting?" and he was already up to six.
Yep, you're right. Um, the when you look at the fact too that Sammy supposedly got killed in that match, and then shows up 2 weeks later in Vegas having a good time,
Yep,
it's another detractant from that match. I just I'm an old school wrestling guy. I want to see great matches in the ring like what we're seeing now. I mean, this has been a great match. I don't want to see these pre-done cinematic. I don't want to see any of this bullshit. I want to see the comedy in the middle of the match. I don't want to see any of it. I mean, comedy's got its spots, and I agree. Doink the Clown and whoever else. Um, the model Rick Martel with his fucking perfume. I get it, but ultimately, what I want to see is the matches AEW gives us. And this match that we just saw was amazing. These two put on a hell of a show.
they did. Yeah,
Now, granted, I am also 80s old school. I don't want to see these matches every week. I want to see the jobber matches. I want to see build up to these matches. I would have it had this been a pay-per-view, had this been Revolution, one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. But the fact that we're going to see the same shit out of Serena Deeb in 2 weeks, that's what really takes away from this match.
yeah. And I think that's another thing that I think NXT did right for such a long time is that they would have jobber matches, and even if it was jobbers that were that were in developmental and they would eventually come back in different gimmicks and be stars, which should happen. They were still jobber matches when they first had them.
Well, look
Um,
at Punisher Martinez.
yep, and the same thing with Velveteen Dream.
Yep, exactly. And so many others. I mean, Johnny Gargano, his first few matches, he was a jobber, and now he's probably the face of NXT. Tommaso Ciampa, same thing. That's why they ended up in a tag team. So
Oh yeah,
why?
yeah. Well, speaking of Johnny Gargano, the other thing about NXT is that 2 weeks ago he was like, everybody knows that Johnny Gargano loves wheels, and then at the end,
Yep,
and then the end of last week's episode, he's like, everybody knows that Johnny Gargano hates wheels.
right. I saw that too. I, I might not be watching the shows, but I am seeing the highlights, and I noticed that too.
Okay, it was pretty great.
I am though after your oh, here we go. Thunder Rosa, Britt Baker. Thunder Rosa's a face now? What the hell happened? What boo? You want that one? Of course you do.
She doesn't have to be a face to face Britt Baker. Britt Baker's the the monster heel in the women's division.
True. I can't read that. It's Russian. Arlo. I can't read that. It's Russian, is what
Are you
it
sure it isn't
is.
cerulean?
I will find it later. Ooh, Jonathan Silver. He's fucking amazing, by the way. Boo. I'll find it in a little bit, okay? Go watch Jonathan Silver. You'll enjoy it. Is that Anna Jay?
It is.
Okay, she's like more hot than she was before, but kind of gothic for my liking, so like semi hot. But Jonathan Silver, dude, if you get a chance, follow him on Twitter. He's amazing. For Halloween, he dressed up as like six different lead singers from the '80s. One of his lead singers was the guy from Toto.
Okay.
Literally, no, his I'm dressed up as the guy from Toto. It was fucking hilarious.
Do you think that I know who Toto is?
No, well,
Okay.
wait, what? You should.
No, I don't.
You're like you're on. How old are you?
45.
Yeah, you're only a year behind me.
So
If you
I still
don't
know,
know
I still
Toto,
don't know who
dude,
Toto is.
oh my god, the Africa song.
Okay, I know that song, but it doesn't mean I know who Toto is.
Oh, main event.
Who was that?
Fire.
Who was that one that chick that we liked so much in the women's division? Also before the alien chick. Where's
Oh, the
is
little
she?
tiny chick
Is she still injured?
that was Kenny's friend.
No, the alien, the blonde
Oh,
alien chick.
oh shit. I know who you're talking about.
I'm sure Rio's still stuck in Japan. I'm just wondering about the. Um, I can't think of her name, but I know she got injured like right before Double or Nothing. I'm just wondering if she's still or at Double or Nothing. I'm just wondering if she's still injured.
Chris Statlander.
That's her. Yep.
Yep.
So is she still injured?
Yes, she is. Oh, wait, she's coming back the 27th. So, we'll see her,
Good. 27th, huh?
which is
27th is a Friday.
must be a pre-tape show.
Okay.
Sorry, looking up
Oh, it was her
Wikipedia.
ACL that she hurt. No wonder.
What?
Said it was her ACL that she hurt. No wonder she's been on so long.
Not surprising then at that point. What, Arlo? You want that game? Go potty. Oh my god, he's still watching Russian YouTube. Seriously. All right, we're shutting that off. Hopefully, you won't remember.
Russian YouTube?
Yes, it's annoying. It's
How
been
do,
all day. He watches YouTube videos, and half of them are Russian, but he doesn't know because he doesn't know words. And I turn the volume down, and all he hears is trains going vroom vroom.
Are you
Here,
sure she gets back November
here.
27th? Because according to this, she said on October 20th that she might still be out for another 8 months.
Okay, watch a different one. Okay. What?
Where did you see that she's coming back on November 27th? Because I'm just looking at an article here that says from October 20th that says she might be out for another 8 months.
It was a Wikipedia thing, so it's probably wrong
Okay.
because Wikipedia is normally wrong. Just saying. Go watch that, boo. You'll be fine. Okay. He's watching. Yeah, it was a Wikipedia page. So normally they're wrong, but I wouldn't mind seeing her back because she was really, really good. Really good.
It also says here that she was the first person to wrestle for a women WWE title and an AEW title. I didn't know she was ever in WWE.
When did she wrestle for that?
I don't know. I'm very confused right now.
Yeah, me too. I thought she was young.
She is young, but she's only 25.
She's 25 and she wrestled for the WWE title.
That's what it says.
It's a lie. Lies. Lies, I tell you.
I'm looking. Oh, she teamed with um, Carissa Rivera in a title defense by Billy Kay and Peyton Royce for the women's tag titles.
Tag titles. Okay, that makes more sense.
That does make more sense.
Because the real title, that would confuse me.
Yeah, no kidding. Comes Darby, the TNT champion.
Ugh.
You don't like Darby anymore?
I like Darby. I always have. I know what you were saying about how he should have been the guy to take it. I just never really felt like he earned it. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't understand how you can possibly feel that way.
Against Cody, yes, but ultimately, no. I guess maybe I'm still a Brody Lee fan. I felt like Brody should have held it longer. Maybe
No,
that's
Brody
why
should
I'm
have
so
never
bitter.
held it ever.
Yeah,
To me, I look at the TNT title like the old TV championships, and it even looks like the old TV championships.
yeah, it does.
It's not something that a guy on Brody Lee's caliber, or even and definitely not a guy of Cody's caliber, should have held. It's something that should be held by a young up and coming star.
But
You know,
Cody can never challenge for the title again, so
I'm sure that won't hold forever.
no, it better because if it doesn't, I'm done with AEW.
Yeah, right.
All right, you're right. I thought that would be. Oh, come on with your fucking opening. Jesus Christ. Cody, pull your fucking ass out of your fucking ass.
Pull your ass out of your ass,
That's right.
huh?
You heard me. Ass out of your ass. Because he's an ass for these fucking openings. And he needs to pull it out of his ass to get out of these fucking overdone bullshit. Cody, you're a heel. Just fucking do your heel turn now already. Turn on Darby tonight.
What you just reminded me of
What?
When Castiel called Lucifer ass butt.
One of the best scenes ever, by the way. Hey, ass butt. Did you burn my brother? No, it was Michael that he called ass butt.
Oh, was it
But
Michael? Okay,
yeah,
all right,
because Lucifer ended up killing him after that. But
right, okay.
you got to get caught up on the DCU. We have to
I'm
talk
working
about
on
that
it.
on Monday night. I know,
I've now finished the fourth episode of season 4 of Supergirl. Supergirl.
I know, and it made me cry. Because when you sent me that message today, it made me cry. Because
Really?
I knew where you were at.
Okay.
I knew exactly where you were at because it's the same episode I fell in love with Manchester Black.
Yeah.
The way that you messaged that, I knew exactly what episode you were on. And now I'm almost done with season 7 of Supernatural. So you gotta get
It
through this because
it was
before I
it was
forget,
just insane that they killed off 3 people in that one episode.
right?
3 people that you thought were going to be there for the long haul of the season.
Oh yeah, yeah. And it gets crazier, but I really don't want to talk about it because I know what's coming. So, but uh, this season, like we talked about Supergirl before and how it got better throughout the seasons.
Hmm.
This season that you're talking about now is the one that grabbed me, and I am full on Supergirl going forward. I loved this season. I love the next one,
Well,
and I
there's only one to go.
yeah. Well, no, until we're on to the next season, whenever COVID breaks.
No, that's what I mean. Is season 6 is the last season?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me sad because I really got into it on season 4. It was one of the best seasons I've ever seen, and season 5 I felt like was really strong too. I wanted more than season 6.
Well, the thing is that whether you know it or not, Melissa Benoist and Chris Wood were not just Supergirl and Daxam guy. Can't think of his name off the top of my head, but
Jackson.
they were not just they were not just on screen couple. They're actually real life married, and
Oh, really?
she just had their first child together, and so
Oh, wow.
she wants to leave to become a full time mother. So
Oh, fuck her.
I think Chris Wood already has that down, so I don't need to do that. Um, but yeah, the show's ending for basically for personal reasons after this coming season.
So, okay, so Supergirl, where are you at? You're at Manchester Black.
Yeah, so I was finished the fourth episode of season 4.
Daxam dude just came back.
No, he has not come back yet.
Wait,
Does he come back in season 4 too?
no, no, no. When
Okay,
he left in season 5, or in season 3, he's done.
okay,
I didn't see him in season 4 or season 5.
okay.
Win makes a comeback at some point.
I would expect so.
But
Although I do really enjoy Brainy.
Brainy is the best part of the last couple seasons,
I have to
easily.
I have to also just add into there that I am not a fan so far of Harrison Sherlock
I
Wells.
fucking love Sherlock.
I don't so
he,
far. I've only seen him in one
he
episode,
becomes
but he irritated that accent
oh
is irritating the shit out of me.
his first couple episodes were just disgusting, but a lot like Nora grew on you. Sherlock will, especially in the next season.
We'll see. That accent is just awful.
Oh, it's terrible, and he does not do a good British accent at all. But just the fact,
This is a French accent.
one thing I love about Harrison Wells is he keeps coming back in different iterations. Um, and I think after you get past, because you saw the Crisis on Infinite Earths, right?
Yep.
So you already know what happens and all that shit. I think once you get past that in the shows, you're going to understand everything a whole lot more. But Sherlock, after his, yeah, and it's Sherlock, by the way, not Sherlock.
I said Sherlock.
Oh, okay. Um, After you get past the Crisis on Infinite Earths, he's gonna bring on a whole new persona that I think you're gonna really like.
Okay.
And if you don't, it's Arlo's fault, not mine.
I really miss Harry because Harry to me was the best version we've seen so far of Harrison Wells.
From uh, Earth 2,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. I agree. And even after Sherlock and HG and the original Wells, I agree. Harry was the best Wells that we saw.
Yeah. I mean, basically got him. We basically got him for 2 years, didn't we?
We saw him in season 2.
He was all there
And
for the whole season 3, and then for
nope, he was there for the first couple episodes of season 3, and then it was H.G. Wells.
no, he was there for the whole season 3.
Was he?
Yeah.
I thought he came back in season 4 and was there for the whole season of 4.
Nope. Wait. Which season am I? You're right. You're right. Season
You're on
4.
season 5,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right. I'm in season
Because
5. Yeah.
season 4 was when Douche Knuckle killed H.G. at the end. Sorry, spoiler.
Season 4 was? No.
Mm, season 3,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. So he was there the whole season 4.
And then season 4 was when he came back and got dumb at the end.
Yep.
One of the most heartbreaking, and I'm not going to say it because you might not be there yet. No, no, you haven't, because you haven't seen Crisis yet. You've seen Crisis, but you haven't seen the aftermath on Flash anyway.
Yeah.
You saw it on all the others, but not on Flash. So when you see Crisis, there is one of the most heartbreaking scenes I've ever seen in a TV show, and it was a kind of a throwaway scene the way that they did it. It involved Cisco, but it was just fucking literally, I'm watching it and cried.
Really
Yeah, and I haven't cried since the '80s, like full on cried since the '80s. So that making me tear up was worse than a Disney movie.
interesting.
Whoa,
I also read this week that um, guess what show in the CW is getting in the DCW is getting a spinoff,
which one?
Black Lightning.
Really?
And guess who the spinoff lead is going to be?
Please tell me it's not his daughter.
Nope, it's Painkiller.
Okay, I can get into that.
Me too.
I really liked his character a lot.
Right.
I felt like his character was one of the better ones I saw. So
Absolutely.
him do, but it's going to depend on how they do it. Do they do him as a bad guy or as a mission expert for whatever that organization was? I can't think of it right now, but
He's got to be kind of an anti-hero, doesn't he?
I think so. If he's going to be Painkiller, if he's going to be Karim, or what was his name?
Kareem. Yeah,
Kareem, yeah. If he's going to be that guy, him battling himself would be a great character, but I think ultimately an anti-hero would be the best spot for him.
I agree.
But I like that guy. I liked him from season 1. He was one of those guys that I really liked his whole arc, and then the Painkiller arc and everything about him I liked, and I'm really excited to hear that.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be really awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing that, and hopefully they'll do more in season four of Black Lightning to spin that out and to flesh it out a bit before that actually rolls into it. But that's a really cool idea.
The
Um,
one
I'm
thing I
I'm still
hope
I'm still I'm still kind of baffled though that we're getting that, and we still don't know if we're getting Green Lightning and the and the Canaries.
the Canaries I would love to see, especially after season 7 and 8 of Arrow.
I mean, no,
After I watch those,
right, but the idea is that we're
what
for just
is
get
this? Come on.
Green Arrow and the Canaries, where we've got Oliver Queen's daughter Mia along
Yep.
with Dinah and Laurel.
Yeah, Laurel from Earth 2,
Right.
not Laurel. Laurel. Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, but the Laurel's been dead for like what 5 seasons now.
Yeah, but we're not supposed to notice that in the new Earth. Anyway, because she was a DA and she was like, all kinds of things. Anyway, um, I I would love to see that, but only if they do the future version. Like, I don't want to
Well,
see it
that's
in
the idea. Yeah, they're
2020.
doing. Yeah, they're doing. Right, they're
Yeah.
supposed to be set in 2040 or whatever.
Okay, then I'm okay with it because I would love to see them, especially with the way Arrow ended and with their whole time travel stuff and what we saw with Felicity's inventions and everything. I would love to see that spinoff.
Yeah, me too. And maybe we can even eventually see Diggle turn into John Stewart's Black or Green Lantern on that show.
Hopefully, we already saw it, but we're not supposed to acknowledge it because it's not going to happen.
Exactly.
Fucking Green Arrow. That pissed me off. The fact that he literally saw the asteroid crash and did his whole shit, and then it's like, eh. And then a week later is on Flash giving. Oh, have you seen all of Flash?
No.
Okay, never mind. You've seen all of Arrow. You saw the one season of Batgirl. You've seen all of Black Lightning, right?
And all of Legends. Yep.
And all Legends. Okay, you haven't seen all of Supergirl or all of Flash.
Right.
Okay, sorry. Stop talking now.
Okay. Yeah.
Finish them off, because
I'm still really irritated with the way Batgirl ended.
I am, but it was a first season, so as much as I hated it, I was still okay with it simply because it was the first season.
I'm not because they never finished the story and the chick left the show.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We're never we're
Yeah,
never
that.
gonna we're never gonna get to see Kate Kane, wrap up her character.
Yes, but oh, Drill Claw. Great. As much as I hate seeing Taz do anything,
We didn't see
Brian,
we barely said a word about this entire match the whole time.
that's a good point. But did you see the Drill Claw off the top rope?
I
Please.
did, yeah. The
Okay,
second rope,
that
yeah.
was fucking sick. And the fact that Darby took that and is still probably walking tomorrow is
And that it took one from the second rope to beat Darby too is the other thing.
true. I mean, I'm really looking forward to a as much as I feel like Darby should not be where he's at, him versus Brian Cage is intriguing. As long as they push it out to Revolution, I don't want to see it in 2 weeks.
Oh my God, they're not going to.
I want to see it in 2 weeks.
I know you keep saying that, but they're not. You're not going to wait till February to have a title match. They're just
Fuck.
not. So you're
I
just you just,
know.
you're just going to need to get yourself right with him, brother.
No, never. Never.
Not even NJPW usually does 3 match between title matches.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm sick of the Will Hobbs stuff.
How?
I don't know. I just am.
I'm sick of Jim Ross calling him Willie Hobbs.
I'm just sick of him showing up at the last second to save people, but I have not seen this guy wrestle once.
You
So
didn't?
what makes him so great?
You didn't see him in that. You
No,
didn't see him in that battle royal.
eh, it's a battle royal. It's a whole different thing.
You didn't see him in
Oh
the. You
yes.
didn't see him in the 6-man tag match.
Hold on. Yes. You're there yet? Attaboy. That's what I like to see. I hate that I'm ahead of you. Okay, I like Will Hobbs.
Wait, what's that music?
CFTW
Oh,
music.
okay.
I fucking love that. That's what I want to see. Except I want to see fucking Cody be the heel he is.
Maybe he'll
Here
join
we
them.
are putting him in another feud against the heel stable to make him another face. I'm done. Done with it. Stupid Cody. He's been a heel for over a year and never has he one time been the heel,
That's quite a stable that Taz is putting together there.
right? Okay, I'll give him Will Hobbs. Granted, I haven't seen Will Hobbs wrestle. I don't know how good he is because I checked out during that whole time, but
The two most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day that you find out why. That's quite a quote by Mark Twain there.
wait, what?
The two most important days in your life are the day that you were born and the day that you find out why.
I haven't found out why yet, so.
Yeah, you haven't hit that yet. You were born to marry Alicia, Jeff.
No, good God. Right? Oh my God. I hate you. Anyway, any more thoughts on what we just saw?
No, it's as always, it's all about the follow up. So but I am pretty excited about that stable though, and it's still not the Kings of NXT, but it's still a pretty awesome stable, a three
Okay,
a three
I
people.
will do
So
my best to watch NXT over the next week. So next week we can actually talk about that stable while we're doing our AEW watch along. Um, as far as AEW, what excites you about going forward?
well, I just first before you change the subject, I just want to say that
Oh,
a bonus to you watching the evolution and the rise of the Kings of NXT is
Evolution,
is that you'll
really?
is that you'll get to see Fandango twice in two different tag title matches.
Dear God. Fuck you. I mean, now you just turned me off on NXT. I like Tyler Breeze and all, but no, I'm not watching that. Sorry.
Um, I just think AEW, like as a cohesive wrestling program, um, is what excites me. Like, I see like where all these things are. I don't think it's as prominent as we saw earlier in the year or late last year, where it feels like a shared universe. But I still think there's things that build on each other. That Death Triangles come back together.
Yes.
I really do enjoy Butcher and the Blade quite a bit. Butcher impressed the hell out of me, and can't remember what match it was, but he's just awesome. Last time
Well,
I
even
saw him in a
Blade
singles
tonight.
match.
Even
Um,
Blade tonight was amazing
yeah,
by
uh,
himself.
yeah, and there's and the I really enjoy the women's division, and I know it's not a deep division, but every time they were out there, it's a great match. It feels like to me.
I
Um,
wish the two things I wish they would put more emphasis on tag teams that are not that top three or four. I wish
and
they
they're
would
not
put
and they're not thrown together ones.
right, and I wish they would put more emphasis on the women that are not that top two or three. Like we get a lot of Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa. They're not even AEW talent. That's NWA. We get a lot of Sheeta
And Britt Baker.
and Britt Baker. Outside of that, what do we get? Nobody. If they would take a little bit, I mean, we don't need you cut a promo with Pac every other week. You cut a promo with Kenny Omega and Moxley like they did tonight. It was a promo, except they ran a little long on the contract signing. They probably could have thrown another match in there, maybe a hybrid two match. But ultimately, I think if you cut a promo and run it out on these guys
Hmm.
and highlight somebody else in that spot, I think you're going to have an amazing roster to build to that WrestleMania 3 type of program. And if it, I mean, when you and I look at wrestling pay per views of all time, we're both the same era, same age, roughly. I mean, a couple years older, but WrestleMania 3 is that pinnacle year when both you and I looked at wrestling and we went, holy shit, that's what I want. But if you look at WrestleMania 3, there was way much involved. There was so much more than a heavyweight title match between Hogan and Andre, a intercontinental title match between Steamboat and Savage, a tag team title match, and I can't remember. It was Beefcake.
There was no tag team title match.
Yeah, it was. It was
No,
Beefcake
there
and
wasn't. It was because the
Valentine.
tag team champions were the Hart Foundation, and they were in a 6-man tag with
Oh,
Danny
that's right.
Davis
That's right.
against
That's right. You're
British
right.
Bulldogs and Tito Santana.
Yep, you're right. You're right. But I mean, there was so
But
much more
there was
involved
that
in
hair
that.
versus hair match.
There was. I'm just saying there was that sucked, yes, but there was so much more
No,
involved
it
in that.
didn't. It was Roddy Piper's retirement match, and it was against Adrian Adonis, who were both great
Not in
talents.
WrestleMania 3,
Yeah, WrestleMania 3 was Roddy
was
Piper
it?
against Adrian Adonis.
Okay, and I'm thinking about the Dream Team, Beefcake, Beefcake and Valentine versus who is it? The uh, Killer Bees,
Is that who they fought? I can't. They might have fought the Killer Bees at that event.
and there was Hercules versus
Billy
Billy
Jack
Jack
Haynes.
Haynes, and it was a pinnacle event because not everything revolved around those couple of titles. There were so many other things built up at that point. That's what I want to see wrestling come back to. I don't want to see a bunch of nobody matches that have been built up in like 3 weeks, like we get at WrestleMania over the last 10 years. I want to see title matches that are built up over year or over the year. I mean, at that time, it was Andre and Hogan. That took a year to develop. After Andre turned, it was another what 8 9 months before they actually met.
I have no idea.
That's the kind of stuff I want to see. And maybe it's my old school wrestling personality that wants that, but ultimately that's what I want.
Well, I do too. I just don't think it's something we're likely to get.
No, no.
So I'm trying to enjoy what we what we are getting. Um, and I know you're not that excited for it, but I am excited for Kenny versus um, Moxley.
Oh, I am. I'm excited for it.
As much as I don't think Moxley should still be the champion, I am excited for to see that match on what they say was December 2nd now.
I'm excited to see the quality of that match. I just am not looking forward to the commercial break in between and wish that was pushed out to a pay-per-view. Even if they had to
Why?
come up with it,
Why you keep saying that pay-per-views are the same as Dynamite? So what difference does it make if it's on a pay-per-view or not?
but if it was pushed out to a pay-per-view, then a pay-per-view would mean something.
Ah, okay.
Right now, we're going to throw the probably the greatest match in AEW history at us in 2 weeks, when we could push that to February and build a storyline and make it even better.
Well, just because it's happening on Dynamite doesn't mean it can't also happen at Revolution.
Yeah, but by then we've seen it. Build the anticipation.
Yeah, but we'd already seen Kingston versus Moxley too, right?
Not saying that didn't suck. Just saying.
Anyway, I think we should get going. We've been going into this for over
Probably,
two
yeah.
hours. So, um,
Probably.
you want to hit social media stuff?
Yeah, guys. Patreon. It's our site. We do a lot of things on there, including all of our archives. We do once this whole right now is our busy time. What was it, October till probably January is our busy time, and we haven't been able to do a whole lot. But once we can get back on there, I want to watch the rest of Doom Patrol. We'll do that stuff on Mondays. We've got our stuff live on YouTube on Mondays. On Tuesdays,
I'm really down to do like Doom Patrol on Saturday night if you're down to do it.
all right, give me some time. Remind me tomorrow, and let me check and see where my kid's at because he's supposed to come up this weekend. If he's not wanting to hang out on Saturday night, which normally he doesn't, yeah, I could watch that and do
I
that.
said night to night. I'm thinking more like Saturday afternoon. But if you're available,
That's fine.
okay.
No, it's if my kid's not down to hang out, I'm fine with that. So message me tomorrow and we'll see.
Okay.
I really, I've been itching to watch the next 3 episodes of Doom Patrol.
And
Um,
I got to spoil this a little bit for you, but you're gonna
no, no,
see
fuck you,
you're gonna
fuck
see
you.
an actor, a face that you really love in the next two episodes of Doom Patrol. So
I hate you. I hate you because you just ruined it all. I don't care
I did
anymore.
not.
I don't want to watch it.
You don't even know who
No,
I'm
I don't
talking
want to
about.
watch it. I don't care. I don't want to watch it. Okay, so guys, Doom Patrol is probably coming on Sunday or Saturday when I get done. Anyway, um, eventually Shane and I are going to
It'll
get
be
to a
episodes
point.
4, 5, and 6. So
Yes, eventually Shane and I are going to get to back to a point where we're doing our weekly or bi-weekly pop culture stuff, which at this point is Doom Patrol. Someday we're going to talk about fucking DC Universe, and then of course we're going to get back to our breakdown. We've got what, two breakdowns going on: ECW and Ring of Honor.
we do.
We're going to have to alternate those at this point. Anyway, and then, of course, our regular scheduled program that is Wednesdays at 7 p.m. live during Dynamite. And you can follow us, you can hear everything we do. It's on patreon.com. All of our back stuff, everything we do live, it's all going to be on patreon.com/Kingdom of Honor. Go there. If you subscribe, we will be forever grateful. It's one of the greatest things you could ever do for us, and we definitely appreciate all the subscribers we have. Also, if you're listening on YouTube, do us a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, then head over to the other YouTube feed that we're listening on. It's youtube.com/Calvin LOP. And hit a like, subscribe, notification bell, all that there. You can hear a lot of great wrestling talk. And then, of course, our Twitters. I'm at Regi Co-op. He is at Zanman LOP, and we love to use the hashtag KOH whenever we do tweet. So there's that.
Yep, and make sure you stay tuned to the other shows here on LOP Radio. That's all we've got. We'll try to do better next time. This is Shane saying long days, pleasant nights, and Jeff saying
Goodbye.